Well, the great excitement today was me picking up on Facebook Marketplace a Black & Decker 1400 watt pressure washer for the princely sum of 35 quid. And it's actually brand new. So I'll need to see about putting this all together. It comes extremely well packaged and in a very compact sized box. You wouldn't think there was something of that nature inside such a small box. I mean, there's my hand. I mean, it's not as if it's a huge box, but yeah. Well, that's everything that was packed in that cardboard box there. I would normally do this outside, but it's absolutely honking down the rain today, so I won't be doing that. So obviously that's the main unit. Power lead and that there. Handle, it looks like. The gun. The other part of the lance. Hose. I assume that's something to do with maybe putting tools in. And then there's a set of instructions. And there's also this little pack of screws, which I assume will be to hold on this handle. According to watch, it's now 25 to 4. So I'm not going to bother teaching anybody to suck eggs, but I'm going to go through this. So once I've got it together, I'm assuming it's really just this part of the page I need to worry about. I'll tell you how long it took me and if I had any problems. Well, it's actually 10 to 4, so it took me a bit longer than I thought. One of the things I noticed with the instructions is it has 1, 1, 2 and 2, so I was looking at 1 and I was looking at C11, so that's actually this part here that you put on, and then you put a couple of screws in to hold it in place. And then I was thinking, what the hell is this other bit, this thing here where it says C11? But of course, if you look at the notes, it doesn't have the 1400, which is on this one. So I spent about 5 minutes going through every part thinking, well, what the hell's that? And I'm not really too sure what this little symbol is meant to mean, but well, anyway, it must mean something to somebody. So that went on with the 2 screws fine. Then the wheels go on fine. The wheels feel absolutely horrific, to be quite frank with you, but obviously they'll be functional. Can't imagine I'll really be using them, but they sound like something. I mean, I don't think even kids' toy would be the same quality, but yeah, they feel pretty awful. Everything else seems to be quite sound. The handle went on easily enough. It kind of looks like something's unfinished there, you know, because you've got this like that, and then you put it in with the 2 Phillips screws. So the only thing I've had to use is an old Toyota Phillips screwdriver. Now I've got this thing. I don't know what the hell this is for. Bit of plastic label, I don't know. And then as you can see, there's like screws on here. Oh, well, there's some sort of moulding that would accept screws. I certainly don't see anything that looks like it fits on there, but again, it's only for pressure washing. So that's that, and then obviously I've got the lance there, and I've got the hose there, and then in at the back I've got the shampoo bottle, and then there's the inlet. I've just put it in there. I don't honestly know how that goes. I imagine these bits will clip into here for storage. But as it's honking down outside, I won't be testing it out today. I'll test it out once I get a better day. Well, now I understand what this is. This is what this Black & Decker thing is. and obviously you're meant to bend that round and fit it into there, and that's meant to take place before you put that on. So, well, there you go. Yeah, I'm obviously not as clever as I thought it was, but well, that explains that part. What that's exactly for, I'm not entirely sure yet, but well, you can see it there. Obviously it goes in originally flat and then it gets bent over. So I'm going to redo this part. Well, there you go. Got it figured out now. I actually understand it. It would help if you use some language, but what this is for is so you can store your hose. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. Probably not. There we go. So that's to allow you to coil up your hose and store it on the side. I'm not sure I would really bother doing that personally. I think I would just have it round the handle. That's something I would say I'm picking up on. That's a little bit kind of flimsy, but I mean, it'll do the job, it'll be fine. Then the other thing I'm looking at is, if you look at your wheels there, if you're trundling this about, or if it falls over, that might be a bit of an issue. So I think I'd be careful as to this plastic outlet or inlet for the water. But anyway, for 35 quid brand new, well, by the look of it, it looks like it's worth 35 quid. And then tomorrow, if the weather's good, I shall take it out and I'll give the car a quick going over. I'll use the soap bottle. I'll try doing the snow foam type idea and see what my opinion is of the PW1400. Well, that's the pressure washer all hooked up. I have had a quick blast of this with the car, and it actually feels better, the gun, than an old Karcher that I've been using. I'm just going to do a test on an old trailer tent, which is pretty dirty. So I'm not going to use any cleaning solution or anything, but I'm just going to blast it down with some water and see if it makes any difference. So I've given one half of my car a quick going over on the other side, and it came up pretty well. So let's see what it can do to this kind of dirt and mess. I'm hoping it's going to be positive. Proof of the pudding is in the eating. Quick going over. It's definitely taken some of the dirt off. Could probably do with something like detergent or something on it, but I would say it's significantly better than it was. The machine isn't that noisy, it's quieter than the Karcher I'm used to using, so that's a positive. I'm just going to give this a quick wash down. Car's not that dirty, but I'll give it a quick going over, but it did make not a bad job on this side. It certainly took everything off, but again, there's no detergent being used. A quick blow over with the jet wash, and yeah, I'm quite happy with that. The next test I'm going to do is, this was reclaimed timber, which looked like this stuff. I'm just going to do a quick test to see how cleanly the wood comes up. That'd be the real test. But so far, I think it feels better than the Karcher that I've been using. It seems to be powerful enough. I haven't found any negatives so far. And I think it's actually quieter. But the lance for me definitely feels just a bit better put together than the Karcher one. So anyway, I'll get a bit of water on here and just see how well it cleans up this old timber. Compared to the Karcher, I'm not so sure the fan effect is as good. If I put it into a pinpoint, it's very strong, but I'm not so convinced that the fan blade is quite as sharp. I'm going to go into the house and see about getting a different nozzle to see if that helps. But I mean, it's obviously taken off. I'll show you what I mean about the nozzle. Here it is on a direct jet. You can see that it's actually taking the wood off. So there's plenty of pressure, but I'd like it as a nice knife edge fan blade. I don't want it like that, it's just going to wreck the wood. It definitely takes it off. Well, I've changed to this nozzle, and I think this is the one that kind of rotates and gives a circular pattern. That does seem to be an improvement, actually. So let's see. Yeah, that is actually quite good. It obviously rotates. Let's try on this bit of wood. Quite a bit of backsplash coming off this, but no, I'm quite pleased with that. You can kind of see the potential. So, as I mentioned before, I'm used to having the kind of fan blade shape spray or jet, but this is actually quite impressive. So I'll stop there just now and I'll turn the wood over. Well, I have to say I'm quite impressed with that rotating jet, whatever you call this bloody thing. But it makes a fair noise of sort of vibration as it oscillates round. But I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. So yeah, that's definitely pretty good, this rotating thing. Pressure washing for the day. The only thing that I would say that's a bit negative is this thing seems to just quite easily fall out of here when you're moving it round, but everything else seems to be pretty good. I can't say it's the most powerful jet wash you'll ever use, but it's certainly adequate for you know, pressure washing bits of timber and obviously the car. No complaints about that. I'll try it at some point on some paving slabs, but based on the performance with the timber, I can't see it be any problem at all. So the only thing I have to check next is the the shampoo applicator, or whatever you call these things. You know, like for snow foam or something. I don't have any snow foam to test it with, but I can certainly get some car shampoo or something, put it in and give that a go before I put this video up. Well, the sunny weather is finally here. It's been sunny for about 5 or 6 days now in Scotland. So it's the last part of my mini review of the Black & Decker PW1400. So I've never actually ever used any of this kind of stuff in a container like this, attached to a jet wash gun. So I got this stuff at Tesco. If you're a club card user, I think it was £1.60 for 2 litres. It pretty much looks like fairy liquid to me. I don't know what difference it makes, but according to the blurb, streak-free cleaning that leaves a brilliant gloss shine with wax for extra protection. I'm not saying I'm going to be convinced by that, but I'll give it a go. But the thing today is to try this attachment on the gun. That's it attached. The only thing I've noticed is that doesn't feel particularly snug. I would have expected that to feel a bit more secure, but certainly seems to be on there, but a little bit kind of loose. I'll double check that afterwards. Seems to be, as soon as I've come out here with this bloody camera on, all the traffic in Scotland is coming up and down the road. So I'll just double check that bottle fitment and then I'll get back. Anything else to it, but the hose goes, maybe see that white line, the hose goes all the way to the bottom. So let's see what happens now. Turn this on. Nope. I need to turn on the hose, that would help, wouldn't it? There's plenty of shit on this car. It's definitely needing a good wash. Bird shit galore. So yeah, it definitely needs cleaned. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It actually doesn't look quite so bad this side, but there's bird shit everywhere. So I'm going to turn it on and see how we go. It doesn't look particularly. Well, I suppose it helps if I turn the bloody jet wash on. Just can't get the staff. That's certainly getting the car wet. I'm assuming I just have to let this stuff soak in. Big old dried out crap there. I'm going to take a brush over it anyway. I'm not expecting this stuff to work miracles. I know you shouldn't really wash a car in the sun, but I'm actually going to be doing a rear caliper swap because the new caliper that I changed earlier on this year, I think it was, isn't working properly. So I'm getting a warranty replacement with it, so that was received yesterday. And that's going to be my next task today. So I think that looks suitably wet. I don't know what I think of the applicator. That's half of the reservoir on. I'm going to get a brush and brush it down now. The car had a quick blowdown. I don't think it's made a stellar difference, but it's just been a quick application of the shampoo, and then using that brush I've scrubbed it down and then I've dried it off. But it's been a bit of a mistake to do it in the sunshine, really, because it'll get streaks. Well, that's me finished with the jet washer. So what do I think? I think overall it's actually quite a decent little machine. I've no idea what the reliability will be like, but I do prefer the Lance compared to the Karchers I've used. I was having a look at the shampoo or the snow foam bottle, and I think maybe there should be a rubber washer, so maybe a rubber washer's come off when I've taken the thing off. I'll have a look for that. If not, I'll probably put a rubber washer in place. The storage of this seems a bit, it could do with sort of clicking in more. It's just kind of, it just kind of lies in there, which doesn't really feel particularly good. The storage for the rest of the stuff seems to be okay. I mean, this is probably not what you're supposed to do, but I've just wrapped it around the handle for the flex. The Lance and that seems to store quite well at the back there. The hose pipe storage, again, that's not bad, you know, so you pick it up and you put it down, and that's you got your jet wash all packed away. I think it's probably fair to say it's a sort of lower to maybe medium power jet wash. It's perfect for what I need it for, you know. I haven't even attempted to do anything like these flagstones, but I've absolutely no doubt it would cope with this without any trouble whatsoever. But I think for me at the moment it's positive in general. So yeah, it'll do. It managed to jet wash some of the wood, and it certainly manages to jet wash a car. So yeah, I think a generally positive thumbs up from me.